What are you guys doing in my living room? You're not supposed to be here. Actually, no, I don't have a problem with it. Jokes, jokes, jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, capital J. This is what I look like. It's my first video log. And it's the first time I've done anything on webcam outside of some random chats with people. So yeah, what are we talking about today? Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about Boxing Day. Today is the 27th of December, so yesterday was Boxing Day here in Canada. And throughout the Commonwealth, in fact, the British Commonwealth. And Boxing Day, it's interesting. The tradition was, back in the day when masters had servants, on Boxing Day, the masters would give the servants the day off, give them food and various other little presents, sometimes even wait on them, give them the same kind of service that the servants have been giving them. So the legend goes. I mean, if you look it up on Wikipedia, there's no real certainty behind the origin of Boxing Day. All I can tell you for sure is what it is now. And what is Boxing Day now? It's the day where we get electronic shit for cheap. For example, yeah, that's the instruction manual for the Wii U. The pad's charging right now, so I'm not showing you the pad. The thing is set up over there, so I'm not showing that to you just yet. But yes, I picked up the Wii U, the Mario and Luigi pack, for 250 Canadian, which is a pretty good deal. Not the best deal ever, but considering it still goes for about $309 before tax. Price is right. And it comes with a physical copy of the game too. Physical copy. Mario Bros. U, Luigi U, and some random videos for people that need to watch videos to play their games. Okay, I'm a Let's Player, I can't really judge that. Bad. So talking about that, yes, my channel's gone quiet. Several reasons for that. Busier social life. Looking for a new job. I'm going to be starting a new career, hopefully in the new year. Yeah, I'm due. Been at the same job for, it will be 6 years at the end of January, and it's time to go. Albeit not my choice. Circumstances that I won't go into too much depth in. It's never a good idea to talk about work on the internet. People have gotten fired for less. But I'm sure things will work out once I get the new job. I'm going to start saving up and treat myself to a Steam box. That was what I was planning on getting for next gen. I was not planning to get a Wii U at all. It was just the right price and the right games are starting to come out now. So why not? I mean, there was options. I could have gotten the Skylanders starter pack. So it comes with this Skylanders Swap Force, I think it was. We can interchange not just the figures, but the top and bottom halves of each figure. Haven't played a Skylanders game yet, but I digress. I know what it is. I've seen it in action, and cool concept. And I don't want to throw that kind of money at it. I really don't. My money goes into all sorts of other things. But yes, back on topic here. I've gone quiet because of busier social life. I've gone quiet because I've been watching stuff on YouTube. I like just sit at home and just watch, and I've just become a consumer again as opposed to a content creator. And admittingly, also some concerns with the whole new copyright thing apparently supposed to kick in the new year. So we'll see what happens with that. From what I'm hearing, it's actually going to be pretty scary. So far, I haven't had anything tagged yet. So let's hope that if that continues, then I might be more encouraged to continue uploading new videos. And if my stuff gets tagged, well, I'll do something else. I do want to do other stuff with the channel. I was thinking about doing a blog series about some of the things that I like, and any other random news bits that come up. So, still sort of debating that idea, sorting it out, what would I have to do to make it work kind of thing. But, yeah, I mean, I'm talking to you guys now in video form as opposed to just an audio with something in the background, so there you go. It's a start. So I guess while I have you here, I'm going to show you a few things here. Like, as you can tell from all my online board game videos, I love board games, especially the modern stuff. So I'll give you a quick look at my collection. I won't go into depth on all the titles because I've got like 30 something right now. It's not a huge collection, but some people who don't get involved in modern board games, modern tabletop games, they don't know how crazy people can get. Like, I know someone personally that owns almost 800 games. Don't ask me when he's ever going to play them all, but he owns nearly 800 games. And he's got some really good ones. A lot of really good ones. I got to try a few. I got to try Conan. There's a really cool Conan board game, but it was a little long for my taste, and I was tired after a really long day. But it was a fun it was a fun game. We also played a firefighting one. Flashpoint Fire Rescue, that's what it's called. Nice little cooperative. You team up with all the other players to put fire out in the house. Save all the victims before they get consumed. And so many others. I'm going to show you a few later on, I guess. Why not just turn on the old webcam here, the low res webcam, be like, yeah, this is why this game is awesome. And something else I'll do. I also have a pretty significant collection of music on CD. I single-handedly keep HMV in business because I just prefer CDs over MP3s. I like the whole textile thing. I guess that's a theme with me. Like, I'd rather have the physical copy of Mario Brothers as opposed to the digital download. I like having board games because I like the textile feel of it. Doesn't mean I don't like video games. I love video games. I'll never be the hardcore gamer, as you've noticed. Like, the games that I like playing, a lot of the classics from the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo era. There's a whole bunch of Steam games I want, which is why I want the Steam box. I like to play like Portal, Rogue Legacy, Dust, a whole bunch of others. So yeah, I'll never be the hardcore gamer, but because COD I didn't like. I didn't like COD. Didn't like Halo. It's just getting way too serious, and people have some rather negative attitudes to people who don't play it. So, what can I say? Play what you want. I play what I want. And, yeah. Anyway, I was going to talk about my music collection. Take a look at this. Here's my shelf. So, that shelf, that one, and that one, those three are all CDs, 3 rows thick. That one's my DVD collection. It's mostly concerts, in fact. I'm weird like that. I like concert DVDs. I even just picked up yesterday David Bowie's Reality Tour. It was, I remember when it originally came out, it was like $40. Like 35, 40. It was insane. I wasn't going to pay that. As good as a concert as it was, I saw it on TV. But I wasn't going to pay that kind of money, and yesterday I found it for the first time in ages, and it was at 12, so I'm like, yes. Brand new, sealed for 12. My music collection is very rock-oriented. You're not going to find much in the way of R&B or hip-hop. And I am trying to mix it up a little bit. I have some jazz music in there. I have some electronica. Now, I'll give you a sample of what I've got here. Got a few CDs set aside that I want to show you. Some of my favorites. Second album from John Legend. R&B guy, in fact. I'm not much of an R&B guy, but it's a fun little album. What can I tell you? And it was, just for the sake of street cred, it was co-produced by Kanye West. And you can kind of hear it in some of the loops that they use in the album. Some songs are just like piano ballads, and other songs they have a loop going. It makes for a really nice mix. I quite like the album. going way back in time to the 60s. I wish I was around for this one, but Abbey Road. It's my favorite Beatles album. I mean, I love Sgt. Pepper's, and there's a whole bunch of others I remember, and I have to wake up the TV screen. Give me a moment. This way I can see where I'm pointing my camera. There we are. So, camera's back to life here. Well, TV monitor's back to life. So yeah, as I was saying, I just really, really like Abbey Road. So that's why it's my favorite. I like it better than Revolver. I like it better than the White Album. I like it better than, well, Sgt. Pepper's and Magical Mystery Tour, but only slightly, because those two albums are amazing as well. I'm very album oriented with my music. Also, I don't just like the singles. I also want to hear everything else. And if I enjoy the other songs, then it's a good album. If I don't enjoy the other songs, it's garbage. Simple as that. Another good one. Here's something a bit more recent. Smashing Pumpkins, Oceana. Ta-da. I'm still debating which is better between this one and Melancholy. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Because Melancholy's got more of the big songs, that's for sure. But I find this like a more enjoyable experience top to bottom than that album. Of course, then again, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Yeah, just the name is accurate for that album. This is an album everybody should own. It doesn't matter what kind of music you listen to. There's something for you here. Demon Days, the Gorillaz. Like rap, hip-hop, R&B, punk. This album offers so much, and the Gorillaz have not matched it since. Like, I've heard Plastic Trees. I actually bought Plastic Trees, listened to it like twice, and just like, this is garbage. But this one, it holds up very, very well. So, Demon Days. Of course, Reflector, the new Arcade Fire album. There's actually the back cover. But it's just, I kind of grabbed it that way. Just love it. Some heavy metal. Dream Theater. Love the progressive metal. This is one of their older albums called Awake, and it's their best one. Well, I don't know. Like, Awake is right up there. Like, I say Awake is the best, and then, of course, there is Black Clouds and Silver Linings. That was amazing. I haven't heard their new self-titled album yet. That's on the to-do list. But I was introduced to Dream Theater about... When was it? When was I introduced to them? Like, I wasn't listening to them in the 90s, that's for sure, so about 10 years ago, and this was the first album of theirs I heard. And I've got most of their albums in one form or another, like Images and Words the worst, but the most essential ones to get, if you ask me, are Awake and Black Clouds and Silver Linings. A little bit of jazz to mix it up. Herbie Hancock, Maiden Voyage. This was recorded in the 60s, but the remaster on this was so well done that it sounds like it was recorded... Well, it doesn't sound like it was recorded in the 60s, that's for sure. It might have been recorded last Tuesday for all I know. But you look at the back credits, 1965. Of course, for everything I like, this is pretty obvious. I like my Radiohead. It goes without saying. This is a weird disc, actually. King of Limbs, that was their last album. Like, so short. It was like so short at first. Like, the first couple songs are like, I'm not so sure. And by the end of it, it's like, you want more. You still want more from them. It's like giving you a snack when you want a full-on buffet. Newer band. I think they're from Toronto. I don't know if they're Montreal or Toronto. I'll have to look it up. Got it recently, and it's really good. It's called By This Time Tomorrow. The band is called Head of the Herd. And look up this track, By This Time Tomorrow. Seriously, if you've never heard this song or never heard of these guys, look up By This Time Tomorrow. Amazing song. Blues rock, a duet with another singer. Her name is Jasmine Parkin. It'll blow you away. Well, it blew me away anyway, so trust me on this one. I guess the last one I'm going to show you here. I gotta wake up my monitor again. Actually, I'm going to show you probably the biggest oddity in my collection. People are like, "You have this album?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have this album. So what?" Christina Aguilera's Back to Basics. If you take a look, it's actually a double album. There's 2 CDs. Even the first one is mostly like, it samples older music, but it may as well be modern pop, modern R&B. Well, modern for 2006 anyways. But then you look at the second CD, and you've got some Beatlesque music, you've got a full-on like 1930s blues track, you've got a cabaret song. Here's a little bit of trivia. The cabaret song is called Nasty Naughty Boy. Look it up. Look it up. It's intense stuff. If you look at the song Nasty Naughty Boy, which comes from this album, and the movie that Christina Aguilera did with Cher, she was going to attempt to sing the song during the movie, but Cher's character cut her off. Of course, this is at a part of the movie before Cher was able to find out that Christina can literally sing, within the context of the movie, anyways. And why would I watch that movie? Like, some people know what I'm talking about. I don't remember what it's called. Sacrifices you make for the women. That's all. The sacrifices you make for the women. So yeah, that's just a quick little sampling of the kind of music I've got. Like I said, it's very rock heavy. I've got like Black Keys. I've got Sam Roberts. He's not so much a kid anymore. He's from Point Claire. Local. So he's pretty local, anyways, and he's made it in Canada. I don't know if he's made it in the States or not. I don't think he has yet, which is disappointing because he's got it. He just has to. He just needs that breakthrough kind of thing. Who else have I got? I've got Big Sugar. I've got lots and lots of Genesis. Genesis is one of my favorite bands. I've got lots of Pink Floyd. But if I end up doing this whole blog thing as opposed to Let's Playing, you'll have your chance to see some of those albums and hear exactly what I think about each one. And you know what? I'll tell them if they're the kind of music that you would like or not. So yeah, I guess that's everything I need to say right now. And with that in mind, I hope everyone had a good Christmas, and I hope everyone has a Happy New Year. And no matter what project I end up doing in the new year, whether it be more Let's Playing, whether it be more music reviews, board game discussions kind of thing, whatever I end up doing, I will see you in 2014. Happy New Year, everyone.